Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is one of the world's richest men, with a net worth of around $75 billion. Known for his philosophy on value investing, he is considered by many as the most successful investor of all time. Born in 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska, Buffett's father was a stockbroker and served as a US congressman. From a young age, Buffett showed an impressive aptitude for making money. At just 6 years old, Buffett would work in his grandfather's grocery store, where he would buy 6 packs of cola and resell the bottles individually to make a small profit. He would also often visit his father's stock brokerage business and chalk up stock prices on the board, giving him an insight into how the stock market really worked. So at 11 years old, Buffett felt confident to make his first investment, buying 3 shares for himself and 3 shares for his sister in City Services for $38 per share. His first attempt at the stock market wasn't as successful as he'd hoped, when the stock sharply dropped to $27 per share. But Buffett held on, and eventually they raised to $40, which he eagerly sold, making a small profit. He would later regret that decision when City Services shot up to nearly $200 per share. But this taught Buffett an important lifelong lesson in investing. Patience is a virtue, and investment should be looked at as the long term, not the short term, a philosophy that he still holds to this day. In 1942, his father was elected for the first of 4 terms as a US congressman, moving his family to Washington to be closer to his post. While still in high school, Buffett and a friend purchased a used pinball machine for $25. Then they struck a deal to put the machine in a local barber's shop. Within a few months, the profits allowed the duo to reinvest in more machines. The duo had machines in several locations across the local area, before selling the business for $1,200 to a local war veteran. This was one of many business ventures that Buffett undertook during his early years, also making several investments in different businesses and farmland. So by the time he was 16, Buffett had amassed a small fortune of around $53,000, all through his childhood business endeavours. When he left high school, Buffett didn't see the point in going to college, and he would have much rather focused on his business ventures. However, in 1947, due to much pressure from his father, Buffett enrolled in the University of Pennsylvania. He would later say that he hated his time there, and that he knew more than his tutors. He stayed there for 2 years before returning home and attending the University of Nebraska to finish off his degree. By the time he left college at 20 years old, Buffett had accumulated around $100,000 savings in today's money through his various businesses. Buffett still had a strong interest in stocks. One day in the local library, he came across a book called The Intelligent Investor, written by Benjamin Graham. Graham preached the importance of value investing, finding companies trading below their inherent worth. That, Buffett would say, was like seeing the light, and changed his life. Buffett enrolled at Columbus Business School after learning that the book's author, Benjamin Graham, was a professor there. Buffett was the brightest student, and he earned a Master of Science in Economics in 1951. After graduating, Buffett asked Graham for a job, but was turned down despite offering to work for no salary. So Buffett returned to Omaha to sell securities for his father's brokerage firm. He would stay there for 3 years. In 1952, while still working for his father, Buffett married Susan Thompson, and they would go on to have 3 children. Ben Graham would ultimately have a change of heart, and in 1954 offered Buffett a job which he eagerly accepted, and the family moved to New York City. Buffett stayed there for 2 years, until Graham retired in 1956, but Buffett would continue to keep in touch with his mentor. After Graham's retirement, Buffett returned to Omaha with the knowledge he had acquired from Graham. With financial backing from family and friends, he created Buffett Partnerships and Associates Limited. Over the next 5 years, Buffett would control 7 partnerships. By using his philosophy of value investing, the company would rack up impressive profits, eventually making Buffett a millionaire by the time he was just 32. The company would use the techniques learned from Graham to identify undervalued companies One such company was a textile company named Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett began buying stock in the early 60s. By 1964, however, the textile business was failing and in a poor financial situation. Buffett agreed to sell his shares back to the company at $11.50 per share, but when the official offer was sent in writing, the offer was for 11 3/8 a share. This made Buffett angry, and instead of selling at the slightly lower price, Buffett decided to buy up more stock and take control of the company, which he did in 1965, firing the CEO who he felt had tried to pull a fast one. At first, Buffett maintained Berkshire Hathaway as a textile business, but by the late 60s, he was expanding into the insurance industry and other investments. The company expanded buying stocks in media, insurance and oil. The company would grow from strength to strength under Buffett's management. Today, the company owns stakes in over 60 companies, including Heinz, IBM and Coca-Cola. Berkshire's share price have gone up from $750 to just over $250,000, the highest of any stock traded in the US. Currently, Buffett is the world's second richest man, with a fortune of around $75.5 billion. Despite his immense wealth, Buffett is famous for his modest lifestyle. He still lives in the 5-bedroom home he bought in 1958 for $31,500, also opting to take public transport wherever possible. In 2006, Buffett made an announcement that he would be giving his entire fortune away to charitable causes, committing 85% to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This became the largest donation in United States history. Since then, Buffett and Gates became friends, and in 2010, along with Mark Zuckerberg, founded the Giving Pledge, which invites the wealthiest people in the world to give at least half their wealth to charitable causes. Today, the pledge has 158 signatures, most of which are billionaires, with a total of $365 billion pledged. The life of Warren Buffett has been an incredible one, taking a failing small-town textile business and turning it into the giant it is today, one of the biggest companies in the world.